Hello and welcome to your twin flame reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine and the current union energy going on between you and your beloved twin flame. So today I have 3 cards for you, and so this is a Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine reading. So on this side is the Divine Feminine's card, and on this side is the Divine Masculine's card. And then in the middle, we have the card for like the union energy, how's everything really coming together as one. So I didn't put any stones on top of the cards. I just shoveled them and put them down. I can. There we go. I have rose quartz and a Herkimer diamond. I guess I put all my crystals up here. So I have the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland on either side, and then I have one of the decks I've had for the longest time that I love all my decks, but this one has a special place in my heart. It's Eternal Crystals Oracle Cards by Jade Sky, because it was one of my first Oracle decks that I bought. And so we're well into Taurus season. We're coming up upon eclipse season, so I'm planning on putting out some readings for those and for the upcoming moon cycles as well, and astrology. But for now I'm just going to focus with you on the cards, and remember that if you want further support and you're finding this reading is helpful for you and stuff, I invite you to check out the links below, and you can work with me. There's also resources available to you to make it easier, for your journey. So let's see what we have. Let's start differently. Let's start with the Divine Masculine's card. I think I often start with the Divine Feminine. Today let's flip it over and see what we have. Choose your battles. Choose your battles, and it's number 7. Number 7 to me really speaks of heavenly pursuits, and choosing your battles can actually be a really relieving card. Whenever I draw it, I feel relief because it's inviting you to let go of the petty shit. Like if something is not worth it, then just invite clarity into that space so that you are truly putting your energy towards what is worth it. And sometimes you have to get clear and you have to put your energy towards something for a little bit to realize that's as much energy as is required, and you can move on. And you only really ever want to battle, so to speak, for the good, for love. And so that's that is a process of faith, trust, surrender. Doesn't mean you don't sometimes need to stick up for things, and we do every day, that you are pursuing love. You're putting all of yourself into it, and the more that you do that, the more that you really are calling in your union. And so by letting go of the things that don't matter so much, you're able to invest more into what does matter, right? So that's kind of basically the gist. And so that's what the Divine Masculine is moving through. This can also speak to themes coming up for the Divine Feminine, and also to holding space for the Divine Masculine to really get clear, and perhaps in the process of redirecting some energy to what really matters. And I kind of see too how there's this figure which looks like in real life a good solid figure person, but then we have these huge overpowering faces, and you have to also pay attention to the true voice, to the one voice, to God's voice, right? And when something isn't of God, when it's of ego, it's not so much that you need to battle it, but treat it as if it's not real, because it's not. So that means you don't need to be afraid of it. So then you're sure to win. So yeah, let's move on to the Divine Feminine's card. Your card, Divine Feminine, is Manifest, and it's turned upside down. So I feel like there's extra emphasis on this card right now. I'm going to move the candle, as lovely as it is over there, still in the shot. Hopefully we're not blinded by the light, right? Kind of blinded by this bright manifesting going on here. This card, I love like how the colors turned out in it. Yeah, I mean, it really speaks to manifesting, right? And I've been paying some attention to that myself. I actually felt called to take a little manifesting quiz last night to see my style. And, you know, it really did help. It added some value in a place where I wasn't looking. And, you know, I'm not like about to, like kind of shift my focus towards something else, right? Like towards just manifesting. I mean, because it's not about the end result, it's about being with God. And so, yeah, you could say, well, it's about getting to the end result. Well, it's about the way the end result makes you feel and stuff. But it's kind of like above and beyond all that. I mean, it's just like about being with God every step of the way. And so something that the quiz that I took brought up for me was that I'm not so good with manifesting when there's like depression energy, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I mean, it's kind of an obvious thing, right? But I'm sharing it with you because maybe there's something there that resonates for you too. Like I was thinking I was having some other kind of a block in certain areas of my life, and when I read that, something was very true about it. And so, you know, it's really cool that I felt guided to that like healing for me. You know, it was really like God coming through this little thing I decided to do that, you know, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but it felt worth my time and energy, and it really was. So, you know, it's a reminder that like, well, you felt called towards this reading, so, you know, it's just safe to take it for how it resonates for you, to take information for how it resonates for you. And something else I can tell you is that, you know, if you're just focused on manifesting, you might feel it's a bit empty or it's not working or something. And the secret, in my experience and my opinion, is Jeff and Shalia's work putting that above other people's work, essentially, you know. And I mean, even above my own work, in the way that like I want to ensure that like that I'm not like straying from my ultimate path, right? And not like kind of doing something else. Not doing something else. I'm clearly guided, and that doesn't mean that it can't expand, or that I don't like maybe sometimes feel called to push the envelope, so to speak, because we all want to expand. We want more room for more good. But when you really adhere to your like deepest desires, and if that is for you resonating as your union with your twin flame, your life purpose, being in alignment with your soul design, ascending the planet, all of these really like wonderful things that, you know, we want as a collective consciousness, that we desire, then I would invite you to, again, check out the resources below. You can work with me and I can show you this way. And it also leads you to manifesting what you really desire, which is like a lot of good stuff, you know. It may not come out exactly the way you originally thought it would, but it's safe to not like be like, well, yeah, I guess I can't have that in life, so, I guess I'll just go for like this over here instead. Well, if you're kind of like bargaining your life away, it's probably what your twin flame is reflecting to you too, and perhaps doing this in some other way. So if you're someone who has, I wanted to say a hairbrush situation, but you may not know what that like reference. So anyway, so if you're someone who has a twin flame who is seeing someone else, that's not the truth. Like, that can be undone because it's just not like, it's not base reality. It's your romantic partner is your twin flame. But if you're like bargaining and you're like, oh, I see my twin flame is with this person that looks like me or that does this thing like me, like, where are you doing something for yourself in your reality that is kind of what you want, but like at the expense of not actually having at the core what is really in alignment for you to best support you in serving the world? Because when you're supported, then you can serve. And if you do find yourself supported and not serving, then you might experience some discipline there somehow to either make a new choice to serve and to expand your support, or like, I don't know, more contrast, I guess. So yeah, just know that when you're calling in, when you're manifesting and you're calling in more support, then you're expanding the kingdom of heaven. And so you are going to be called upon to serve in your specific way, which could mean so many things. It could mean polishing crystals. Someone does that, and I'm really thankful for that. I love my little crystal collection. And it could mean working with people directly. It could mean a combination of different things. But when you're more supported, your ideas can become more intricate, more refined, and things like that. So it's just safe to look at all that and call it in and really go deeper with why you're calling it in, and why you're calling in your union goes right hand in hand with this, with what I just said. And so you're also, of course, manifesting your union and to become one, right? Really, like, and you can see, I think most all of these cards have hearts. I don't know if there's a heart on this one, so I don't see one. But anyways, yeah, so there's kind of a heart up here you can see. So I think that's everything that I wanted to say about that for you that's, hopefully helpful. And just, to follow those little steps, because you have to do this work of harmonizing your union in your unique way that also aligns with the whole. So, like, it's safe to also have your interests and to let go of maybe interests that aren't somehow serving you, if that's applicable. But yeah, like, you bring your unique talent, skills, everything with you when you come into alignment, and that is important for calling in the new earth. So let's go to the middle card, the crystal card, and we have Prehnite. I don't usually say this out loud. Maybe I'll just go with that. But anyways, it's number 33, and so, it really speaks to unifying everything. And in unifying everything and bringing everything together, you're naturally going to be called to release and declutter. And it might depend a bit on your soul design if you're really focused more first and foremost on your outer experience or your internal experience. I know for me, I'm focused on my personal internal experience, and sometimes your twin flame might complement that, or it can be the same. But we're all focused on both. It's not like it's just this or that, but you can feel into what you feel is your primary. And so for me, I noticed that I have a lot more success with decluttering my environment when I truly clear away within myself first. But sometimes, you can't just like sit around and wait to have all your blocks cleared. Like, it's not exactly like that, but it's a lot easier when I'm not resisting going within first and doing that, and then as well when I'm also not resisting putting those foundational things in my outward life as primary rather than secondary, because I might think to do other things, but if you declutter what you don't need, then the other things that you want to do, like the creative things, are going to be more powerful. They're going to be more potent. They're going to be more directed because there's not clutter in the way, It's like you're not going to, trip your foot over some heavy little thought in the wrong place or that doesn't need to be there, and thoughts become things, So like some box of stuff you need to get rid of, I don't know. You get the idea, right? It's your outer reality is going to reflect your inner reality to you, and so this can go both ways basically. So yeah, like I think that some people really like need to take care of their outer environment almost to like go within, and I think that, again, it's not that that's not true for everyone, but sometimes you have to see with where you're starting with and what is going to help you to ultimately declutter everywhere, both inner and outer. So whatever works for you, because you really want both spaces cleared in your physical reality and in your inner reality, and that's going to help you manifest. It's going to help you create beautiful things. It's going to help you. This goes also with choosing your battles, because this is also decluttering, so to speak, right? Like, I don't care about that. That's not even a battle. Just like let it go. Put a boundary on this person. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Actually, I do need to confront this person, or maybe you need to let go of some other things so that you can actually confront. Confront doesn't sound like, not like confront like with, hostility, but maybe you need to talk to your twin flame about something. Maybe you have a conflict. It's okay, right? Like, but then you'll have the energy to actually do that and to work through it with love if you let go of the things that just are kind of weighing you down. So that's a really cool card to pull for the union right now. And so something that's really easy to focus on too. And it's very nice for Taurus season. Grounding, investing in your things that are going to help you with your sensual environment, right? And so although Taurus isn't necessarily like the sign of like home and domesticity, there is definitely a big aspect of how to create a comfortable environment for Taurus to work in. And so even if you're not a Taurus, which you very well may or may not be watching this or have a lot of Taurus in your chart, it still applies to everyone. Like, all of the signs are somewhere in your chart. There's a lesson to all of the, to this system of astrology. And so it's nice to tie that in with all of this as well, I think. And yeah, that feels complete. Oh yeah, I was gonna say too, like 33 having to do just with like giving, with communicating, kind of like setting that up for yourself, setting up more of, again, an internal and external environment so that you can get to that place where you can give and receive more, where you can, and that goes right along with manifesting too. So you're not just decluttering and releasing, you're actually setting yourself up to manifest, to receive more love from your twin flame I mean, for both parties, but especially right now if you're the divine masculine. And so, you know, giving and receiving is one thing. And the more that you give and receive, the more that multiplies and grows. So that's what's really cool about investing your love correctly into the foundation of your union. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this reading. And you know, you can like and subscribe if you're not already. That way you stay up to date, and that way, you know, this channel grows, and I love that. And it really encourages me to put out more videos. You know, it's definitely a vote to pay more attention to my channel. And if you're interested in working with me, or even you want to start out by subscribing to my free romance newsletter, all of that's below, as well as resources for Jeff and Shalia's work for Twin Flames Universe and getting started with really going deeply, you know, into your twin flame journey or taking it to the next level. So that's gonna conclude it for today. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, or maybe you're watching this later. Have a wonderful, you know, day, week ahead. And whenever you're watching this, it's the perfect time for you. Just remember that, you know, that this was exactly what you were guided to. So it's safe to claim it fully in your heart, what resonates for you, and to then take it with you and see how you can integrate it into your life. All right, well, take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.